Sunday afternoon live. Let's get it. Sunday evening, whatever. It's my afternoon. uh, make sure we have it on all messages, and we'll kick this thing off. Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation, where we talk about recovery and whatever else is going on. Like on the videos, tend to do a little more stuff on recovery. There's some war stories about where addiction took me and how it made my life, in hopes that others won't on that same path. Uh, hey, what's up, Ezekiel? How are you? What's up, Dizzy Peanut? How you doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing good. Feeling pretty good. It's Sunday. You know, uh, my second of 3 days off, so got some stuff taken care of over the weekend, and figured I'd get on here and see what everybody's up to tonight. Life is happening. Life always has, but um, we make the best of it, right? So, hope everybody's having a blessed weekend, and welcome in. Uh, what's up, Wild Bill? Ezekiel says, I got a headache and it's raining cats and dogs. My parents used to talk like that. That's funny. And I got cabin fever because I haven't left the house since Friday. Damn. Yeah, we've been getting some rain off and on over here. Uh, I was out doing the little side hustle earlier for a while, and yeah, we got some rain. Uh, Dizzy Peanut says, from down under, me, I'm doing great. It's been like over 12 months now. That's awesome, man. Congrats on that, Dizzy Peanut. Doing the damn thing, and that's what we do, right? Life is gonna happen. Life ain't things don't always happen the way we want them to happen, but uh, the most successful people in life are people that can move with the times. It ain't what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or even a year ago. So we assess what's going on and we make a plan and we put it into action and we succeed. And if we don't succeed, then we make another plan. you know she had a big smile. Ezekiel says, on Thursday, my mom turned 38, but she doesn't look 38. And I told her that, and she had a big, that's cool, bro. That's good. Love those parents, bro. Mine have been gone for a while. So, uh, you sometimes we don't appreciate them enough while we have them. What is up, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? Hope you're doing well. Myself, I am living the dream. you know, I mean, I guess the dream would be lotto money, right? And not have to hustle so hard, but it is what it is, right? And I want a better life for my kids and my grandkids. So I'm gonna do what I can until I can't no more. A couple lives ago, Cora, I think it was his birthday, and I made him a mod, uh, a honorary mod, and we just kind of left it there. So as long as he behaves, he will retain that status. And so far, he's been doing pretty good helping out. So, uh, about it, Bobby, you definitely not look your age if you didn't have the gray hair. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of life experience right there. So, what's up, Alligator 263? Hope you're doing well. Uh, like I said, I'm living the dream. Living the dream. I went out with my daughter earlier, and she does that Amazon Flex, so I was assisting her with that, and you know, it's basically, you load up your trunk with packages and then they give you a route. Amazon's real good about you push start, it tells you where to go. You go up there, you take a pic, you swipe, press start again, and it takes you to the next one. We did. I, I would let you have it all, baby. uh, yeah, you definitely got the face of someone that's seen a lot of shit. Yes, I have more shit than I care to admit to. You know what I mean? Is that a compliment, Ezekiel? That's a good question. That's a good question. Is that a compliment, Ezekiel? So yeah, we went out. We had 47 packages to deliver. They were all local. Like we smashed through, knocked it. It's like a 3.5 hour route. We knocked it out in 2. So we were happy about that. We thought we were going to get done even quicker, but the last couple ones kind of. One was a really long sloping downward driveway, and another one I hit the button too quick that we had arrived. But little hiccups that happen when you're doing that stuff. But it was cool. It was real cool. So yeah, we did that, and then it was her birthday yesterday. Actually, she turned 33. So happy belated birthday. Mona, yeah. Do me a favor, guys, smash that like button while you're in here if you would. And then my other daughter and her husband are moving into their apartment. They're in the process of that right now, so congrats to them as well. Go out there and make us proud. What's up, Mortis? Man, when Ezekiel, yeah, of course, she's doing her thing. Yeah, definitely. All of my kids seem to be on their path, and that's a good thing. I'm just drinking on some coffee, alligator, and I'm doing well, Mortis. I hope you're doing well also. So yeah, all the kids seem to have their paths, and they're working towards whatever it is they are looking to accomplish, and that's a great thing. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win so much that I stopped looking for ways to win. You know what I mean? What's up, Nitro Bob? How are you tonight? So, Mr. Monk, how you doing, my brother? He says, "What's up, homie? How's life and the family and pretty much everything else? Everything is well, Everything is good, man. I can't complain. I used to love Dr. Pepper. I don't drink soda no more though. So, but yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite sodas, alligator." Mortis said, "I turned 16 today." Well, happy birthday. You might be a little young for in here. We talk about sobriety and addiction and recovery. So, I became a mod on the 18th. It was my 19th birthday. Bobby said, if I made it 19 years without drinking and doing drugs. But I'm watching you, Ezekiel. I am definitely watching you. You slip up, we're going to have to take that wrench away, buddy. And yes, Cora will be 31 later this month. Yeah, am I feeling old? Just a little bit. But I feel happy that my wife were still able to handle business. You know what I mean? Like we're getting a little bit older. We're in our 50s now, moving towards that senior discount. I'll take it. I'll go back inside, okay? Go back inside because I'm on the thing, okay? All right, fine. Yeah, no, and I hear you, Ezekiel, and I feel it too, bro. Like, there's days where I don't want to do shit, but the you got to take care of business, you know, like you got to pay the bills. You got to, uh, that's okay. Go with mama, okay? Go with mama. That's okay, Cora. You know, my wife and I decided we are not the youngest of the old people. We are the oldest of the young man, right? I like that way of thinking, you know? Uh, yeah, she did. Yeah, that was the grandbabies off screen there. I would put them on screen, but I've had some weirdos make some weirdo comments in the past when I do that. So that's why I don't do that. Because that's one way to really piss me off is to, you know, most people are decent people, you know what I mean? But there are some weirdos out there. So that's why I don't allow them to be on screen. Uh, it's not our reason to know why we're here, but to live when we're here. Exactly. Exactly. Nitro Bob. Uh, it was at one point, it was both of them. It was Luna and Toya, and then it was Toya. Yeah. And people are sick, you know? Some people, you know, I don't want to put everybody in the same box or color everybody with the same uh, brush, but, you know, there are definitely people out there who just ain't right, you know? And it seems like it's real easy to find them on the internet for sure, you know? So, ha ha ha, adorable. Literally, they're like, acknowledge me, Papa. I acknowledge you, Luna and Toya. I love you, girls. I am your tribal chief. Oh, boy. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with the weekend. I was sick earlier in the week. They love being in front of a camera, too. I know they do. I know they do. I'm going to do everything I can to protect them from what's out there. Let's go outside and have a cigarette. May the fourth be with everyone in this live tonight. The fourth or the force? So let me tell you guys a story. We were doing the Amazon Flex, right? Me and my daughter, and you know, we're up here in the high desert doing it. And we pull up on this house, and there's all these people wearing like these robes and stuff outside, like maybe 3, 4, 5 of them. I don't know. A bunch of cars parked. Looked like a party going on, right? And I'm like, oh shit, you know, I don't like delivering to that because I don't know what the hell they're doing up there. But I see these people wearing like these brown robes and stuff, and I'm like I weren't sure if they were foreigners. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful or anything, but you know, some cultures dress like that. And then, but I was like, are they having like a Star Wars convention or something right here? So I jumped down, and the box that I'm delivering to this house, that we're delivering to this house, is this long. It's a box. It's probably about 40 inches long and square. And so I'm like, okay, you know, so I walk up to the people. I'm like, do you want me to just drop it on the porch? Because they were taking pictures and stuff in front of like this banner. Or do you want me to just give it to you? And the guy's like, oh, that's my lifesaver. You can give it to me. And these are like not older, middle-aged folks, you know, like not youngsters. And he goes, that's my lifesaver. And I'm like, all right, I got to get a picture of it real quick before I go. And dude strikes a pose like, my lifesaver. And I'm like, wow, okay. Like, I mean, that's cool that you're into stuff, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, you know what I mean? But like, I just found it funny, you know? Nitro Bob says self consciousness does everything to how you feel about your daily life and things you enjoy. Look in the mirror for like 5 minutes, tell yourself you love yourself and trust me, it works. That's good stuff, bro. Because it's May. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. May the 4th. I'm a little slow on some of that stuff, so you have to forgive me. Thank you for clarifying that, Cora. Definitely Siggy time, Monk. It went over my head. Yeah. Was it? No, it was not the KKK at all. Uh, yeah. Stay away from, right? That's like, that's one of the fears when my daughter goes and does the flex like by herself, or sometimes my wife will go with her, is, that you're going up to a strange person's house. And when I say strange, I don't mean that they're like weirdos or stuff like that, but you don't know whose house you're walking up to. And that's what always worries me. That's so when, like me and my daughter go and do it, like last time she was taken up to the door today, I did it just because I'd rather be the one at the door. If, like at one of the doors, I was having trouble taking the picture of the package on the porch, and all of a sudden the door flew open, and I'm like, whoa, shit, And he's like, oh, hey, thanks, bro. Like normal dude, or it seemed to be anyways, but like you just don't know. And that's what worries me. But at the same time, I have to trust that my children, you know, uh, they know what to do, like they're mature enough to handle situations that could arise, you know what I mean? And, my problem is my mind's always thinking the worst. So, yeah, and that's something I couldn't do, Nitro Bob, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let me catch up real quick. Monk says, okay, I have an original Battlestar Galactica squadron patch on my leather jacket. Flex is nice. Nitro Bob says, dude, I can't believe Uber drivers getting paid to drive people around. You don't know who's in your car. That's scary AF to me. Yes, and I agree. And I think that's something like I could not do that. I just couldn't because first of all, you're driving them around in your car and they're seated behind you, which puts you in a totally vulnerable position. And 99.9% of the customers are legitimate good people, or normal members of society, I guess you would say. But it's that point zero 0.01 that could end up terrible. You know what I mean? That's a great comment, Monk. He says that Nitro Bob, I did that all the time when I was tweaking. Man, I'm with you, bro. The crazy stuff we do when we are, right? I mean, we're riding down the road and there's four heads in the car, and I've only met one of them. I don't know the other two who are seated behind me. Man, that's the realest talk of all. That comment of the night so far. I'll give you that, sir. That is the absolute truth. And and you're all under the influence, so that makes it 100 times worse because people are paranoid and like you're paranoid of who's in the car with you because you don't know these people, and everybody thinks everyone else is the feds. So not too bad, Cora. I mean, we're not getting the numbers that we used to in the chats, but everybody that's popping in seems to be a lot more serious, which is a good thing. So, I'll take it. Every once in a while, someone will pop in and say some weirdo shit, but that part, Monk. He says, "Yeah, I was just going to say." Then you see a cop car, right? And of course, the first thing the cops do is separate you. Hey, who's that guy in the back seat on the left? Oh, yeah, that's the homie Powder, or yeah, like because that's all he was introduced as. You know what I mean? So it's like Yeah, how do you explain that? That the guy's nickname is Powder, but you're a law-abiding citizen and you're not out breaking laws. Oh my God! And the gentleman, the fine gentleman sitting next to him is Thumper. But we're on our way to Bible study, right? Yeah. That's Jimmy's old lady's brother's friend, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, and trying to explain that one, and then of course the next question is, do you mind if I search the car? Well, yes, of course I mind. But you're gonna do it anyways because I'm on probation. So, anything you find back there, man. I had some Muscoy adventures, I'll tell you. Martin Taylor says, just out here reading the Bible and washing my grandma's hair. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff, Martin. I hope you're doing well, brother. I'm living my best life over here. Maybe I'll do a story because I gotta record a couple of videos tonight, so I'll have some content for the week. Because once I get started at work, uh, hey, what's up, Solid Behind Blue Eyes? I send mine as well. Hope you guys are doing good. Sorry I missed you guys' live earlier. I was out taking care of business, but yeah. And if you guys are into the prison stuff, go over and check out Solid Behind Blue Eyes. It's Mr. Brent Daniels. He's in New Folsom, pending transfer to the feds, getting ready to go to ADX Supermax. Yeah, and that channel has been blowing up lately. So the fastest rising, prison genre channel. They reveal the corruption that happens in the CDCR. So be sure to go over and check them out and follow his adventure. He's getting ready to head to ADX Supermax. That's a very infamous joint. So yeah, go check them out and give them a subscribe. Really good listens as far as their content goes. So nobody ever tells me nothing about what. Oh, what's up, Q? Nobody told you I was on. My bad. You were out. So uh Monk says, so one time I was doing a deal with my homie and a guy we barely knew. Foods and money were exchanged, and then my idiot friend says, wouldn't it be messed up if someone pulled out a badge? Oh my lord, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely very interesting on Solid Behind Blue Eyes. So definitely check them out though. Like I like to listen to their lives at work because it's just fascinating. Like I went to prison, but I didn't go to that. Like Brent Daniels, Two Scoops. He did like 29 years in solitary confinement. He was in Pelican Bay Shoe and all that stuff. And uh, yeah, quite a story there. So be sure to check it out. Uh, and don't it always go that way though, Monk? Like your goods and money. Yeah, I hear you. And of course, pretty sure Uber drivers can carry a gun. And I don't think in California, the problem with California laws is even if you're able to possess the weapon, you have to store the ammunition in the magazine separate from the actual weapon. So in the event you need it's pretty much useless unless you're going to just pistol whip them with it. You know what I mean? So like, that's why so many people dirty. You know what I mean? Because especially if you're in the life, I mean, by the time you find the magazine and you put it into the mechanism, we'll call it, because YouTube don't like certain words. Like you're being you're going to be in intensive care. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Monk said, time out. Let me get the ammo out of the trunk. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop a video probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to start doing 2, 3 last week. I'm going to try to do 2 this week. I'll do one like some war stories or something of the sort, and then I'll do another one that's more recovery based. What's up, CC Reborn? How you doing tonight? Hope you are well. To your last live, you were running after your dog, and then the live cut out. I'm not sure, bro. Got a keys to the clip. Says Q. Good. Yeah, definitely been a good weekend, CC. Like I said, I hope you're doing well. We're doing pretty good over here right now, so that's cool. Hoop that clip. Oh my God. But yeah, just doing the damn thing. Haven't been hitting the gym as much, but I'm about to get back on track with that as well. Just a lot of stuff going on, but that's okay. That's good. It's better than nothing to do, you know? So I'd rather be busy. I got really sick earlier in the week. Um, there was a stomach bug going around, and some other people at work got it as well. Several people in my household got it, and I thought I was good. Went to bed Monday night, woke up Tuesday, was running for the bathroom. I'll spare you guys all the gruesome details, but had it coming out both ends, and couldn't eat for like I didn't eat. I think I ate like a chicken noodle soup or something, and that was about it in 36 hours. Pedialyte, drinking water, nothing tasted right. I think that's $1 million song, Monk. Hoop that clip, keister it. Hoop that. So yeah, like I just was off pretty much all week. I mean, off personally is what I'm saying. Like I called off Tuesday, and then I worked Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But man, I was struggling real hard. You know, how much have you got to invest? Oh man, I think I got about $45. I don't think that's going to get us too far. But I do have some lights and a backdrop, so I can help you there. We can get you some knockoff gold chains and a mic. You guys watch Mentirosa? I said that wrong. I didn't mean no disrespect by that, but the Full News Network guy. He be on the Tita. If you know who I'm talking about. I seen a video someone else posted of him where he was in Colton. He was responding to something that had happened there. I don't know if somebody was unalived or what had happened, but like I'm assuming it was like the family like just went off on this dude, and the cops had to escort him to his car. Hell yeah. Monk says, I'm a white boy from Pomona. I got fake gold chains. Gold by the inch. That half of you probably won't even know what that reference is, but I love on the Tita. Yeah. Yeah. And people are like trying to slander this dude up because like he got ran off right there, but emotions were high, you know? Like I'm not dude's biggest fan, but I'm not hating on the dude either. He found a hustle and he's running with it, you know? And he ended up at a crime scene basically. And yeah, exactly. And the family was they're emotionally charged because something happened to their son, to their homeboy, to whatever. And I hope dude's all right, and like they're making it out like he did something wrong, like he was a coward or something. He's not living that life no more, though. He's he's got his hustle going with his Full News Network. uh I I don't remember what his name is, but I when I tried to say his name a minute ago, I think I said liar in Spanish or something. So I'm not going to attempt it again. But if you haven't seen his channel, go over and check him out too. On the Tita, like he does some good work, I think. And it's a good honest hustle. Like he's not like he's trying to do like reporting now rather than be a criminal. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he is, and I've seen it to where, the cops talk to him and they share information with him and stuff, and that's awesome. And he's from, oh yeah, he is from Pomona. I remember when he walked through his neighborhood, I thought that was pretty cool, and talked about how things used to be and stuff. But there's like I'm burned out on the prison genre stuff because people, a lot of people, they have, it seems like they have big imaginations, or they don't want to tell you the whole story. Like I don't know, there's some of these channels where, you know, I don't know. I don't want to put anybody on. I don't want to mention any names or anything, but some of the channels that I used to really rock with, like I'm just seeing the truth about people, and uh, you know, I don't know. Some of these guys, they think, I don't know why they should have just went back to prison. Because you know what I mean. On my side, LOL, because now I only see Monk in the chat. I'm showing 8 in the chat right now, Ezekiel. What's up, Tim? How you doing? Uh, Not everyone can keep it a buck. I agree, Tim. And you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why when I tell prison stories, I don't get a ton of views because level 1, level 2, a little bit of level 3. Like I don't have those exaggerated stories about, oh, I was kicking it with made dudes and stuff, because I wasn't. And that's okay. Like I went, I did my time, I came home, and I did what I was supposed to do. You know, um, Prison gets really glorified, and most of the people that have been in there for a long time would trade with you and me in a heartbeat. Believe me when I tell you that. Uh, Monk says recovery is a better all-around topic. I think same as sharing at meetings, common bonds with shared experiences. Yes, absolutely. Q says I'm seeing 6. Uh, I'm glitchy. There's 10 right now. All mods, make sure you have live chat on. Says tunnel digger in the water. What's up? Yeah, make sure you have all messages, not just top messages, because that will change what you're seeing. Maybe you should go stick up a store, get a couple of years worth of content. Oh man, I'm telling you, Monk. I'm telling you. I mean, now I'm seeing 9. Okay, cool. Yeah, Yeah, Bobby, am I glitchy still? My phone's been tripping lately. I think I need to get a new one. But we'll see what happens. Tim says, you remind me of my homeboy Hot Rod from the IE. I've heard Hot Rod's name before, Tim. His name was ringing bells when I was in there from being from the IE. Shout out to you and shout out to him. Appreciate you. Okay. Appreciate that, Monk. Looks like it's starting to rain out here again. Smaller creative love, kindness, and respect. Appreciate that. My wife says it's solar storm. Oh, okay. What is that? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that means. But A. Marie says, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep a positive mindset, and never lose focus on your goals. Let no one stop you, not even haters. Just know I've been there and got your back. I appreciate that. Definitely. So, yeah, I think with the YouTube thing in particular, like I'm not, that's why I stopped watching some of the prison genre that I did, because people out there flossing talking about, oh, I make 20,000 wow a month. Well, good for you. That's great. At least you're not out there breaking the law, or at least I think you're not. You know what I mean? But and other channels talking about, oh, responding to other channels talking about you have a failing channel. Well, what's failing? What is failing? I mean, if this was my main source of income, then I would have a failing channel for sure. But that's not necessarily what this is about. This is about trying to help others to achieve the freedom that I've achieved through sobriety. So, extra energy from the sun hitting our atmosphere and disrupting. Oh, okay. That's cool, bro. So, one man claiming another channel is a failure. Maybe he don't know. Monk says my channel has 2 subs. I'm winning. IDGAF. That's right. Now I'm seeing 2 boobies. Okay. Do you have another device hooked up close by? Because I am a Bobby, not a booby. Look at the slide door. Oh my Lord. That was Q, one of the moderators, and my son-in-law. So, yeah, some of these channels, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on that, but what they see as winning isn't necessarily what I see as winning. So, I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody has the success that they feel they're looking for. But thank you, Carol Johns. I appreciate that. Carol says, this channel is about community and helping each other. Definitely a success. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Q says, 4th favorite son-in-law to be exact. Wow. I don't have 4 son-in-laws. No, not true at all. Not true at all. Love all my son-in-laws the same. And I love all my kids the same, and my grandkids the same. But yeah, so that's you're the best. 4th out of 3. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I love all my family. But yeah, so weekend's going good. Weekend's almost over. My weekend ends tomorrow though, because I do 410s at work. So exactly, no favorites, none at all. But yeah, weekend went well. Like I said, I went and did some Amazon Flex with my daughter earlier. That was cool. You know, like we're both really ultra competitive. So like we're, you know, if when Monk says my weekend ends in about 90 minutes when I go do the dishes, man, I heard that. Well, it's raining pretty good up here right now. But yeah, we go out and do that flex, and they say, okay, this is a 3.5 hour run. I think we kind of see it as the time to be, you know? Like if it's a 3.5 hour run, I want to do it in an hour and 45 because you get paid on a flat rate, and um, so it don't make any sense to take any longer than you need to because you're not making any more money. You're not milking the clock or anything. So the quicker you can get it done, the higher your rate, your hourly rate is. You know, like if they're paying you $90 for 3.5 hours and you can do it in two, then the rate just went up exponentially, and that's the ultimate goal, right? So yeah, we make a good team with that stuff. So shout out to her, and she's been hustling. But honestly, all of my kids are that way, and I'm just glad that their hustles are legit because back in the day, any come up I seen, let's go. I don't know who you are, OG gangster, mafia, Navy SEAL. She reminds you to do the dishes before bed. You do the dishes before bed, right? I heard that, brother. I heard that. So, yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Um, Actually, the wifey is out with my daughter right now. I think they're doing like Instacart or something. She's been hustling hard. So shout out to her. And like I said, my other daughter and my son-in-law are moving into their new apartment. So shout out to them as well. Congrats on that. Take care of business. That's what we do, right? So all I want is I just need that $1 million lottery ticket so I can lock down the house, and everything else will be cool. Everything else will be cool. Definitely. Daniel's Family Chaos says Trump or Kamala Harris. So are you saying they're one and the same? Is one wearing a mask? Or are you asking me Trump or Kamala Harris? I'm not really sure what you're talking about, Daniel. And it looks like you just got deleted. You got timed out. So, yeah, we don't do politics on here, guys. It's a good way to turn people off. Monk says, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna buy a floor-length fur cape. Man, that's what's up. Hell yeah. Coat. Not a coat. I didn't say coat. You said cape. What is up, Andreas? How you doing, bro? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you're doing well, man. A cape, wearing it to work too. So if you win the lotto, you're still going to go to work? Well, I guess it depends on how much you win, right? Because that's kind of my thought process, like if I win 20 mil, 20 mil that I get to keep, I think my working days for other people are definitely over. I'll find something else, It is. Andreas says, haven't been on, Bobby. How's it going, man? Road treating you okay? It is. I was sick last week, but I'm good, you know? Uh, yeah, yeah, we're not going to do the politics on here, but yeah, I was sick last week, but I made it through it. So he says, hell yeah. Monk says, hell yeah. I'm going to work with a totally different attitude. Oh, damn. Got to put you down, Bobby. Has made it clear he doesn't want to talk about politics. That is correct, Ezekiel. Appreciate you, bro. So, yeah, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We got 14 likes. Let's get it to 140. What do you think? I don't think we're going to make 140 tonight, but hey, if you shoot for the moon, even if you fall short, you'll end up amongst stars. So let's go. Anyways, yeah, so we're at like 46 minutes. We'll put like another 15 and then we'll call it a night. Monk says, strolling around in my cape, dragging 300,000 in singles around in a radio. Damn, you've given this some thought, haven't you, Monk? I've given it some thought too. I think, if I would win like 20 mil, I'll buy some property, probably somewhere close by, I don't think I would want to leave Cali, but I'd buy some property and would find some ways to make money though, like even though I have money, find some ways to make money and have the family be a part of the business, and make sure everybody that I care about is secure with, their own pad and all that stuff, a bigger house and I would stay in San Bernardino County almost for sure, Andreas. Probably buy a few acres and, I'd like to build a dream home. And of course, my wife would be in charge of that. What does she want? What are a few things I want? And let's get a contractor and let's get it done, But, and then come up with some business ideas of where to invest it and stuff and live the dream, So, yeah, that would be cool. I would. I think I would, Monk. I think I would. Air conditioned everything. Air conditioned everything. If I had to step outside, I would have a bubble suit waiting by the door. I'd be broke in 6 months. Have the garage air conditioning so I could pull the car right up into the garage, go through a door, get in the car, have the air conditioning running in the car. But I wouldn't and to think people laugh at my fur cape, right? But yeah, like I wouldn't go crazy with the cars. Maybe buy an old Chevelle or something that would be, my toy. And but I'd keep it practical, like probably buy a couple of new Camrys or something like along those lines. Maybe a Toyota minivan for when we're all going somewhere. What's up, Central Valley TC559 says Cuba Lay homie, how you doing? I'm doing well, bro. I hope you are also. And shout out to the 559. Nothing but respect. So, yeah, I think I would go along those lines, like I wouldn't go crazy and like that stuff, but probably get like a new Tahoe or something like that for when the whole family's going somewhere. sitting in the passenger seat and being forced. Monk says the only thing worse than driving through San Bernardino County is sitting in the passenger seat and being forced to look out the window. Damn. Yeah, I lost a few pounds. I was sick earlier in the week, and like I like dropped like 10 pounds in a couple of days. Like I wasn't eating at all, couldn't keep anything in. And yeah, so I'm down probably about 10 or so, and I'm doing my best to stay away from the sugar. And like I need to get back on the ball. Like I need to hopefully get back down to around 200, 190. I think I'm about 212, 215, somewhere around there right now. So, but yeah, that's kind of the thoughts that have played out in my head if I were to win a lotto jackpot. You know, if I won a meal free and clear, we would find the house because that's home base, you know, and wouldn't so much worry about all the material items of all the cars and stuff, you know, but right? He says, "Damn, I was gonna say, don't start hitting that peanut butter, my boy." Just kidding. Nah, I hear you. Nah, I'm good on all that stuff. Uh, been been a long time. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that stuff. And if I were to relapse and end up back living that life and end up in jail, like I haven't been in jail in 20, almost 20 years. Like from, you know, I got some people in the not so immediate family that have been in recently, and it sounds like a different world in there. But you know, jail is a younger man's game, and I'm not a younger man, so uh yeah. Monk says the thought of the precious sleep I would lose is enough to deter me. I went to work on Friday. I only got like 3 hours of sleep, right? And oh my god, like it was horrible. No better. Central Valley 559 says last time we had a good convo was like December. Yeah, yeah, it's been a while. I haven't really been doing the lives as frequently as I used to, just because there's other things happening. And you know, Kobe Collier says, Bobby, how's the weather there? It's been all rainy and sloppy and humid for days here now. Yeah, it's been rainy today. The weather's been kind of bipolar, you know. One day, one day it's hot, the next day it's cold and windy, and now today it's raining. So, uh, you can't silence me. What is up, bro? Says, what's up, Bobby? Went 42 hours, no alcohol. Had to get a shot today for withdrawals, but yeah, going to drink zero tomorrow and see how long it takes for withdrawals. That's good stuff, bro. And Andrea says, you got this. You can't silence me. So definitely a lot of good support in the chat. And shout out to you guys for that, because, you know, it is a community. And, uh, you know, I hope everybody supports one another, because most of you have probably already been through it and you understand what it's like. It's not easy, you know, but it's definitely worth it. So them shakes can be next level. Absolutely. So yeah, just keep doing your thing. You're definitely progressing. You can't silence me, which is a fantastic thing. So man, I'm so ready for football to come back, Ezekiel. Uh I listen to podcasts and stuff on my Niners, and you know, uh Carol John says you can do this. So proud of you. That's right. That's right. You can't silence me. We're all proud of you, bro. You can't hang in there. It gets better. Good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely. So, yeah, I think I think I'm gonna do a video on um, the people we come in contact with, right? Uh, we were talking earlier in the chat about like Uber and stuff like that, and having strange people in the car, and how when we're using, everybody's strange around us. The cops like, who's that guy? I don't know who the hell that guy is, but we're on a mission right now. So, uh, working, you can't silence me, says, working on it, man. I have to quit. Legs are swollen, hands are swollen, so I don't want to drink myself to death. Got to stick around for the wife and the kids. And that's a great thing, and that's good motivation. You can't silence me. Andre says, we all struggling out here. Stay up. Yep. Monk says, football? You mean soccer? No, American football. Q says, I'm not an addict, but I've seen so many go through it, and you guys are ridiculously strong for trying to, as well as breaking away from your addiction. That's a great comment, Q. Come on, you irons. Everyone hit the like button, says Nitro Bob. Appreciate you. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. You can't silence me, says, appreciate it, guys. I'm proud of myself. 7 years since I didn't drink for so long. That's right. West Ham. Yeah, you should definitely be proud of yourself. You can't silence me. You are making tremendous strides, and before you know it, you're gonna pop in here and you're gonna be like, it's been 6 months, it's been 90 days, it's been whatever. West Ham United. Okay. Yeah, I don't follow the soccer scene. We're not talking about footy. No, we are not talking about footy. Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. We'll keep it going for a few more minutes, and then I got to get to recording some videos. We still got to go grocery shopping and stuff tonight. So, yeah, it's raining pretty good out here. Show us around the studio. Ain't really much to see in there, bro. It's work has been good, Nitro Bob. Yeah, basically it's just a garage. For sure. By the way, the name is Kenny. LOL. I made You Can't Silence Me to troll my brother. That's good stuff, Kenny. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Yeah, and Andreas, it's basically just a garage. Nitro Bob says, how's work? Work has been good. Work has been good. We're getting a lot of good comments from the customer, because we're contracted through our customer. It's a big box retailer, and for a while there we were kind of struggling with numbers. Everything is number driven where I work. You have a certain amount of time to get these moves completed, and it's based on a priority system. Every priority has a different amount of time allotted, and you have to move 6 trailers on average. So we've been really kicking ass lately, and got a good team. Everybody's trained up and handling business, so that's good. Aside from being sick last week, everything is great. Kenny says, I have to find a permanent job myself. Got 3 weeks of traffic flagging and 19 weeks of unemployment to figure it out, but might go make trusses for a builder. That's cool. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll do good at whatever you do, Kenny. So, making trusses for a builder wouldn't be bad, I don't think, right? I think I've done stuff like that in the past when I was fresh out on parole. I had a lot of different jobs. But, the felony-friendly places at that time, that was one of them. So, it's good work. Definitely. Monk says, Kenny, are you in the UK? I'm a truck driver. Yeah, I'm a truck driver. He lives in Michigan. Okay, nice. Appreciate you, Nitro Bob. It's good stuff. Appreciate all the nice comments and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to be working on some videos for the week. Gotta have a side hustle. Absolutely. I have gotten my CDL when I had the chance. Yeah. You know, one thing I'll say about the CDL, like if you're over the road, that's kind of brutal. But ever since I've had my CDL, I've never been without work. Before I had my CDL, now that's a different story, you know. A lot of warehouses and stuff in Southern California, so it's not too hard to find a job, but finding a good job, you know, is the challenge sometimes. So ever since I've had the CDL, all the jobs I've had have been pretty good. Can't complain, you know. And the one I'm in now, I've been there 7 years. Like I said, we contract with a major big box retailer, and you know, we just yard hustle basically. So yeah, the money's definitely out there, Kenny. You know, the money is definitely out there. The hardest part about learning is, you know, getting your back end skills in order. But you know, and getting comfortable with being on the road in something so large. Because you know, if you drive a Toyota on the normal, when you get in a 70-foot long truck that could weigh up to 80,000 pounds, that's definitely a different. Uh, you know, it's different. At first, it was challenging for sure, but you know, you get comfortable with it. Definitely changes the way you look at weather, though. On a windy day, it's a whole different animal, you know. Kenny says, I'm lucky to make 500 a week. LOL. I can drive a truck, worked on a grain elevator. Okay. Yeah, but you're making something though, you know, and that's a good thing. So I think you know, the sky's the limit. It's just uh, finding what you like, really, because when when you like what you do, it's not so taxing, you know. Uh, you know, I enjoy what I do for the most part. You know, there's some things like I'm in a leadership role, so sometimes I have to have conversations with people and stuff, and I don't so much like that part, but you know, so looks like the chat fallen off. If anybody has any questions before we wrap it up, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I'll do the best I can to answer them if I'm comfortable with the questions, of course. And we'll wrap it up, and I'll work on um, I'll start working on some videos for the week, and I may go live tomorrow. It's all good. Do you have the notification set, Kenny? If you subscribed, there's a hit that bell in the corner, and whenever I drop a new video or I go live, uh, you will be notified. That way, you can hop on right away. Have you ever gotten cold sweats from barely doing anything? I don't know if I'm sick or what. Might go to doc tomorrow. Probably a good idea. That could signify a fever, you know. Uh, what did one saggy boob say to the other? I don't know. What did they say? I had the cold sweats earlier in the week, though, Kobe, when I was sick. And yeah, like it's, oh man, it was rough, you know. We need to get some support. That's good stuff, Kenny. I'm gonna go now. Dishes ain't gonna do themselves. Hey, you do the same, Monk. Appreciate you tapping in as always. Like I said, I'll see if I can go live again tomorrow night. We'll see what it's looking like. Usually on Monday night though, I watch wrestling with the wife, so we'll see. As I've already called in, yeah, I would say definitely get checked out, Kobe. Hey, you have a good day as well, Kenny. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Remember, it's the company that you keep. If you're hanging around 5 successful people, chances are you're the 6th one, Go check it out. What am I checking out, Nitro Bob? Did I miss something? Have you been drinking alcohol? Oh, okay. My wife asked me if I seen the dogs bowl. I didn't know my wife asked me if I seen the dogs bowl. I said I didn't know they That's a good one, Kenny. All right, guys. Well, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. It's the company that you keep. I keep saying that, but it's so true. And I'm going to drop a video on that with a twist to that, though. But so be on the lookout for that. And I'll also drop something on either sobriety, mental health, or something along those lines a little later in the week. I'm gonna aim for 2 videos a week, just so I can put some consistency with this channel. So be on the lookouts for those as well. If you are subscribed, be sure to hit that notification bell, like I said, so that you will be notified when I go live or when a new video comes out, so you can check it out. And I'm going to leave you guys like I always do with don't look at the mountain. There, look at Ezekiel did it. Don't look at the mountains, just start climbing. May God shine blessings on all of you. I'm going to lay down myself later. Have a good one, Kenny. Have a good one, everybody that participated. I appreciate you all. Have a great night, and don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing.